Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm coming to share with you what is most possibly the worst book that I have read in 2019. And I actually thought about posting this because I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to do it in a wrap up, but then the likelihood of me rambling and ranting was high, so that it wouldn't work for a wrap up. And now, as I'm recording this, it is December 19th. So there's still time for me to read another book that sucks worse. But as of this moment, A Tall, Dark Cowboy Christmas by Maisie Yates is more than likely the worst book that I've read in 2019. And I'm going to share with you why it's not. And I have my notebook because I want to try to control my rambles. First and foremost, if you are one of those people who, when you read Sarah J. Maas books, the ellipses get on your nerves, don't read this. There are ellipses all over the place. Y'all, this is a mass market paper book, and on one page at one point I counted 9 ellipses. Now, I talk in ellipses, but to see ellipses so much on the freaking page was so annoying. And it's not just ellipses, it's ellipses and dashes all over the place. Unfinished sentences, and then the ellipses are the cutoff of a sentence, but you have a double space, like you have dot, 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 double space, capital letter. So you're starting a new sentence when you haven't finished the first sentence, but the new sentence that you started is supposed to be the continuation of the sentence that the ellipses are in, but you've messed that whole thing up because you typed it poorly, or whoever typed it poorly. That was one issue. The other is the period and. I don't know about you all. In elementary school, 3rd grade, I cannot remember this teacher's name. Like, I can remember kindergarten through 5th, all of those teachers except for my 3rd grade teacher. But I can and the memory was brought back from reading this book because I can clearly remember her telling me on something that I wrote for class that you cannot start a sentence with a number without spelling the number out, and you should not start a sentence with and. There are so many period ands in this book. Oh my gosh, it vexed me to my soul. I thought the ellipses were the worst thing, and then I kept reading the period ands. Y'all, there are so many damn dots in this book. It's absolutely ridiculous. Character traits and descriptions of characters were completely inconsistent. On one page, a character will have green eyes. Then 3 pages later, this same character will have blue eyes. And then not even a flip of the page. You're on this side of the book, you go to this side of the book, the eyes are green again. What? Same thing with some of the things they're able to do. In one chapter, a character discloses that she's not able to cook. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've heard this. You heard this because I mentioned it on my Instagram stories. But a character discloses that she cannot cook. She's tried cooking before and it was like horrible. And so she basically lived off of ramen noodles and take home from leftovers at the restaurants where she waitressed at. That's another thing. The ending of a whole bunch of sentences and prepositions. Like, we do it when we're talking, but not when you writing shit, and not when you got stuff that you writing that needs to be edited. But back to the cooking situation. So after she said that she can't cook, less than 10 pages later, she's cooking for guests at a resort. For like 3 families at a resort. And the only thing she did in those 10 pages was fuck, go to sleep, and go home and change. And that's where I'm going to get into actually talking about what the story is about. I'm going to close my notebook. Truth be told, this story would have been spades better had it had a better editor. Like, both of these characters have had a past. You have McKenna, who is the heroine in the story, and Grant, who's the hero. McKenna grew up in foster care. She was given up to the foster care system when she was 2 years old. Grant is a widower who really has an interesting and emotional backstory. Those two people coming together could have been 50 times better if this book were better edited. As much as I did not like reading this story, I liked the story. That is why this is one of the worst books that I have read, or the worst book that I've read this year, because you can literally read the potential of these stories. There are so many points that this story makes about the grief process and about found families. That's good. What's bad is how it's written, and I cannot believe that this went through the hands of an editor and ended up like this. I legit don't want to read another story by Maisie Yates. Honestly, I feel like Yates wrote this like she wants this to be picked up by Hallmark for a Christmas movie. And so instead of writing this like a novel, she wrote it like a screenplay. Screenplays and novels are not the same. They don't read the same. You don't need 9 ellipses on one page to show emotion or action between the character, because you don't have the video footage there to show what they're doing, and you're not inputting that into the story of what's happening. There are oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This is why I couldn't do this in a wrap-up video. Those are my thoughts on A Tall Dark Cowboy Christmas by Maisie Yates. If you have read anything else, like legit, I don't want to pick up another book by her on the off chance of having to edit as I am reading. If you have read anything else by Maisie Yates and it's not this, and it's better than this, and there aren't 10 million ellipses through it like there is this, let me know in the comments below so I know where to go looking, because I literally picked this up hoping that this was going to give me the holiday vibes. And again, the story of McKenna and Grant is good. And here's the even more fucked up part, where like I have to be some kind of masochist. I want to read the next book, because the character that the next book is focused on, the two characters, are characters that were very interesting in this story. But I don't want to have to go through this again. Y'all, what am I going to do? And this came out, y'all, I checked to see maybe this was an early book that she wrote and she's finessed her skill a little bit. No, this came out in 2018. Fuck. Thank you all for watching and listening to me rant. I hope you have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.